Hi everyone.
Hi, ladies.
Hi. Hi,
How are
Brian.
you? Hi,
Hi.
Dana. Hi, Bryony.
I'm in my working place, just finished with a client.
Well done. You
Lovely.
made it.
Thank you. I, I
Well
did.
done.
Brian, all the time, please excuse me. I really tend to give people names, the way how I feel. So if I pronounce
You
incorrectly,
you
please.
did it quite right. You did it perfectly.
So is this Bryony?
It's Bryony, yeah.
Like a
Like a
bright.
bright
Not-
Bryony, yeah.
Yes. Like a, are you
Yeah,
in New
exactly.
Zealand now? Are you in New Zealand?
No, I'm
Or,
still in Lancashire because my flight isn't till the 10th of November.
oh, right, November.
Yeah.
Are you
That's
planning to come to
exciting.
Bulgaria?
Not right at this minute, no.
But later in May, you
Well,
said,
in May I will be running my own retreat here in England again, so that's going to be a bit tricky, I think.
we can do something together later on.
Yeah, we will arrange something. Yeah, for sure.
Ladies, you're making it more difficult for me because I want to go to all these retreats. I'm
Well,
gonna have to
my
try and
my re-
decide.
my retreat may be in June, actually. I'm waiting to hear back from, I actually haven't got it confirmed. I normally would have it confirmed this much beforehand, but I'm waiting to hear confirmation from the venue.
Right.
So I
Oh,
don't know yet.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just setting things up and we will be going live shortly. We're waiting for one more lady. Um, I'm just gonna give her a minute to see how she's getting on. Let me just double check. There has been any message.
Mm.
Mm, nobody else in the waiting room. Ah, there she is. I was just messaging her.
Wonderful.
Lovely. I'm so excited. Can't wait to hear. Hi, Amrita. Listen on.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Hiya.
Oh,
Hello.
hi. Oh, we all in. Amazing. Welcome. So I'm just getting ready the software connections for going live. Let me make sure technology works. Go live. We are all in.
Have you got the AI running?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have it. And it should be working. And we are going live. Just making sure. Yep, so working. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our lovely Facebook Live, The Power of Retreats. Hey, is everyone, can everyone hear me, ladies? Are you okay with the sound?
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
checking.
Yeah.
Lovely. So we are live in our amazing community, Wealth and Wellness Women's Network, and I'm super excited for this session today. For those of you who maybe just recently joined, my name is Rumiana, and I'm the host and organizer of this event and the host of our lovely community. And really, it's a great pleasure to be hosting this because as a business coach, my big mission is to create communities and platforms to support women like yourselves to show up and to really share their stories, to share their businesses, and have this visibility opportunity where you get to share and inspire others with your journeys and with the missions, because we're all here on a mission to grow and a mission to create something that is meaningful and impactful, right?
Correct.
So So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I'm really excited. I know that for anyone who's watching as well, they'll have such a great takeaway from the topic today, because it's not just about the power of retreats in terms of what a retreat is and what it takes to host one, but it's about the transformation that a retreat can bring to yourselves as a host who organize those, but especially for the people who are attending those. So I have to be honest, I've never been on a retreat. So today I am super excited to hear more about what it feels like, what it takes to create one, and most importantly, you know, deciding to go on a retreat. It's like, it's quite a decision, right? So how does it feel, and how does someone decide where to go and why to go on a retreat? So I'm really curious to hear, you ladies, you don't just do retreats, you do so much more. I'll do a quick introduction, but I know that probably I'll miss something, so I'll give you the opportunity to introduce yourself very shortly. So today we have Galia. Galia is a holistic and wellness coach. She's also a mindset coach. She does a lot of work on the mindset, and she is a retreat host. So she's been running businesses for over 20 years, I believe, here in UK and in Bulgaria. So she will be sharing more about her journey and what her retreats look like in Bulgaria. I'm really excited. We also have Bryony. Hi, Bryony. Welcome.
Hello, lovely to be
Oh,
here.
lovely to have you here. Bryony, from the several interactions and conversations we've had, every time I speak to Bryony, I discover something new or something exciting. She does so much in the holistic and wellness space. She's a vocal coach, she's a healer, she's a retreat host, and I really can't wait to hear more about the projects and the retreats she's got coming up. Super excited about that. And we also have lovely Amrita.
Hello.
Welcome, Amrita.
Thank you
Hello.
so
I
much. I'm
love
really
your
grateful.
backdrop. It looks amazing.
Do you know, everyone loves my backup. Thank you so much. It's the best investment I ever made.
Amrita, welcome to this panel. And we had a chat yesterday. I'm super excited because Amrita's journey has really inspired me to book on a retreat. The way she was describing how she was the one who had a transformational experience on her retreat. And she's got so much that she's bringing. She is well-being and mindfulness consultant. She is educator. She's nervous system coach. And don't we all need to look after our nervous system? And she's a retreat host. And so really, really so excited you all ladies bringing such a great variety of, well, when the right group, wealth of wellness, right? So I'm just gonna put it now on you to share. And I want to invite you just to start with you're gonna take turns to share what inspired you to start hosting retreats, creating travel experience. What's been your kind of journey to doing that and getting started? Gala?
Okay, so thank you so much for having us today, Rumi. Thank you so much for your loving community you organize and bringing all of us together to share our experience, to share our wisdom, and to just to give back to the community, to the society. This is very important. So thank you, lovely ladies, that we're sharing the screen together and this time. So you said it so rightly, wealth of wellness. Защото ако our well-being it's not there, so the wealth it's missing as well. So you made it and you're making constantly this puzzle to be full. As our body, as I believe, and it is proven that it's one whole system and it's organized, how we're created, everything to work together, so well knitted from the beginning till the very end. And it is if we go and do and take from outside what others think we have, we need, we should be doing, we're giving our power away. And other people, I believe, Bryony and Amira sorry,
That's okay, Amrita.
Amrita
Thank you.
will, continue with this. But what I'm just about to, to share, when we give our power away, and we're doing this day by day, we don't often realize what is happening. And then we started to search for these external helpers to help to sort us our internal problems. And I think that this is all about, to go on retreat, to regain our power, to bring ourselves back home, to reconnect with ourselves, to reconnect with our creator. Bryony is doing this type of work. She is doing healing work in a slightly different way than I do. What brought me to the retreats and why? 15 years, I ran my wellness and holistic business in the UK and London. I was working hands-on. I love the work hands-on. And when you're doing, we are connected energetically. We can't escape. It's part of us. So when we connect, people always feel good after the treatment. Is that correct, Bryony? When you do the Reiki, people feel good, feel in balance. This is what the physical work does as well. But Urumi, being in very, very busy environment, helping people in the theater, in the hospitals, caring. With therapists, we do the same caring work. So when you give, and you're too busy to sort others, you forget about yourself. Because
Yeah, I know how that feels. And yeah, it's true when, especially in the health and, giving and caring for others, we often give that energy away. So to bring back the question to what made you start this business, was it to give people that space and recharge space, really to reconnect with themselves? Is that what you desire for
Yes,
the
because
retreats?
when you go for 1 hour treatment, it's 1 hour and you're back
Yeah,
to
yeah,
reality. And very, very quickly, the balance is gone. And if we don't keep going, and very often just on ourselves, we can't do it. When we go to the retreat, we create the environment firstly, and then
mm-hmm.
hold this space for these people. And together, here is the togetherness where what we created, then we share, we consume and we share. And
I
then the
love that. Yeah.
transformation comes. When we're busy, we need actually this space where, as much as we try to create this space at home, doesn't work. It's not lasting. And what the retreat actually, firstly, bring us together, working together to shed off what is not ours, what doesn't help, what doesn't work,
Mm,
bringing everything else. And on the
yeah.
first place,
Yeah.
it's love. And then
Uh,
we learn tools which we can use when we go back to the realities. And then we started to give to others our surrounding
yeah.
environment. We share with them. This is my
Lovely. I'll come back to you asking exactly what's the kind of uniqueness and specific about your retreats. What does that give to people? But I want to invite Bryony to share her story. How did she discover the power of retreats, and what led her there, and a little bit about your business, because you do a lot of other amazing things, Bryony.
Thank you. Yes. I am a voice empowerment coach, and I work with healing and energy and sound to support women primarily to step into a new sense of power and confidence with themselves. And the voice is the method that I primarily use that. And I have been running retreats. Actually, I was reflecting on this morning, and the first retreat I ran is actually 12 years ago, so it's
Oh.
quite a long time. So I haven't been doing it in a concentrated way until just the last 2 years. I've been running a lot of retreats sort of regularly in the last 2 years. And the reason I came to this was because it was the logical next step for me in terms of the offering that I make. And I wanted, exactly as Galia says, you know, I wanted a longer, deeper,
Mm.
safe container for people to come and really explore more deeply with the deeply transformative work that I offer. And um, I'm actually running a 4-day retreat in January, which is the longest retreat I've run so far. But I'm very excited about that. And for me, it was, like I say, the logical next step to create this deeper space.
Mm-hmm.
And also the work that I offer is something, well, I offer online courses and online experiences as well as in-person events and retreats. And what I found with the voice practices that I teach, which are really transformative energy practices, is that the more you do it over a period of time, the more dramatic the shift will happen. It will strengthen and develop your voice in a more concrete way. And so the retreat is one way that we can experience that. So, you know, in the 4 days, people will be practicing different practices
Mm-hmm.
over a number of times,
Mm-hmm.
and that
Yeah.
creates the opportunity to create real change. And
Yeah.
I've had some powerful transformations happen on the retreats. So
With long-lasting effect.
yeah, yeah,
And yeah, that's so true. And again, I'm listening here as a retreat virgin myself, no, never been on one. And I'm really open and curious to understand what it feels like and what it is really. But what Gala said is, it resonated with me. Going to a retreat is that you've got to leave certain things behind and embrace and open for new experiences and building new habits. And what Brian is just adding on to that, I hear about the transformation. It takes time to embed that practice or that new habit or that new belief through practice, and not just doing it once, but yeah, it takes that shift, right? To say, okay, I've got to, before I put anything new in my system, on my body, in my mind, I've got to let go of certain things. And often on our own, or having a quick encounter, some kind of a nice experience just as a one-off, it's not enough. I understand you right, what you're saying. It's not enough. It's having those retreats that are 4 or 5 days. When you immerse yourself in those experiences, you get to not just hear new things, experience new things, but you get to really embody them and come back.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, although the actual retreat experience is 3 or 4 days, I extend my retreat experience for my participants by having a call a couple of weeks before the retreat and a call afterwards. And I
Okay.
also offer a whole lot of other follow-on material, like all the
Right.
songs, and you know, I have recordings and things that I give people that makes it a
To
deeper
feel.
experience and
Okay.
helps embed it, like you say.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have that
And plus, we
plus.
all connect. We connect. You connect in better way with your clients, but they connect in between themselves, and it is a
Mm,
friendship forever.
it
But
mm-hmm.
is.
plus,
Yeah,
when we go there, we know that this environment is safe, as you said earlier, that it is a container which we're holding this space. You're
Mm-hmm.
undressing yourself, because if you don't undress,
Mm.
you actually don't show the real truth about you. And if you don't do this, you don't just allow the changes to start
Yeah,
happening.
yeah. Interesting. Well, thank you so much. Amrita, I'm gonna pass the next introduction to you. I just really want you to share the story. You shared briefly a little bit about your experience, but I found it very inspiring. So share what made you start with your whole journey of retreats and your own transformation.
Oh, thank you so much, Rumana. First of all, thank you for having me here. I'm so grateful to be a part of this beautiful community because I really do believe, as you do, when we come together, magical things are happening. And since I've been in touch with you, I really do feel that. So thank you for that.
Wow.
My journey to the retreat world has been, as you know, quite different to Gyla's and Bryony's. So just to give you a very brief introduction of myself. So I'm Amrita, I'm a mum to 3. And at the age of 6, I wanted to be 2 things. I wanted to be a teacher and I wanted to be a mother. That were 2 things that I knew I wanted to fulfill in my life. And I'm now 41, and I can say by the grace of the universe, I have fulfilled both of those roles. And I'm very grateful to have been able to do so. Only round about 10 years ago, during my journey as a teacher, it was very evident that as much as my heart was absolutely in teaching, it always has been, since having my children, it was going to mean sacrificing parts of motherhood, which I really, in all honesty, didn't want to do, sadly. So I started to reduce my commitment to teaching, but at the same time, I also invested in my growth and my passion for holistic well-being. And I was really interested to know what had brought me to where I was, to be brave enough to make that decision and actually say, this isn't working for me anymore. What can I step into next? The other thing that's always intrigued me is people have always said to me, there's something about you. You're always happy. You're always happy. You seem to just get through life with that. And I wanted to know what it was that I was doing and have done in my life for me to be able to navigate challenges, because we all have life's challenges. Of course we do. That's what makes us, it's part of the human experience. But I am able to navigate through them given the tools that I have. And through studying and a lot of introspective inquiry, looking inside of me, it came to light that I've always been grounded. Now, I'm from a Sikh background, so when we were little, grounding was very much in religious faith and grounding. But as I've grown older, that's sort of entwined a lot more with the spiritual aspect of belief and grounding. But the main thing is that I've always believed that there is something bigger. There is something so much bigger than me that is always guiding me and always grounding me. And I think that's played such a pivotal role in my life, and it's kept me strong through my challenges, which I'll go on to next, as I was telling you, Romana, yesterday. So back in 2022, I experienced a really challenging part in my life, probably one of the most challenging times in my life. In October, I then promised myself that come 40, which would be the following year, I needed a rebirth. I was ready to just shed all the layers. And I think, Gyla, you said about giving our power away. In my 20s, it was all about conforming and fitting into the box and reliving all of the conditions we have. And the 30s was more about exploring. Actually, maybe I am an individual within my own right. Then it was I stepped into my healing. So, I had huge parts of me, my childhood, which needed to be looked into. And then 40s, something, because I intended on it happening, I just felt that I did have a rebirth. In December, I trained in rebirthing breath work. That shed the last layer that I knew I had to shed. And oh my goodness, I felt I found me. I found the real, authentic me, not the one who was conforming to everyone's expectations. Thank you so much, Gyla. Not the person, not the woman who had to shy away or not share her opinion in fear of what other people might think, but me. And it feels so good. Now, the biggest chunk of that journey for me, as you know, was I promised myself when I turned 40, for my 40th birthday, I would go to Bali. Bali had been calling me for years. And I went by myself, solo, to Bali, which for me, you can probably tell by the tone of my voice, I'm quite a sort of simple person. I'm quite easygoing. And everyone I told was like, are you crazy? What, you're going to Bali all by yourself? Are you sure? Husband was worried, mum was worried. But I did it. And I created the most incredible solo retreat experience for myself. But when I was there on the second morning, having my breakfast, overlooking the jungle in the most tranquil setting, I thought to myself, I want as many women as I possibly can to hold and have this feeling in their own way, because it won't be the exact same way that I'm feeling it. But I need to put this out there for as many women as I can to experience the sense of empowerment, the sense of
Mhm.
inner love, self-love, and acceptance that I had waited 40 years to feel. So on the back of that was born my Bali retreat, which is happening next April. And as I said, it's going to be an individual journey for each woman who comes with me. But the main golden thread is really, again, back to what Gyla's saying, just shedding those layers that we must shed in order for our true, authentic being to shine. And I think with the world as it is right now, especially for our younger generation of women coming through, there's so much out there from to compare, to conform, so much
Yeah.
influence. There's so much noise surrounding us that we often, it's so easy to lose that inner compass. And I think that's why the work I do with children in schools and independently and privately, I work with meditation and mindfulness, because I really believe that that is the golden thread towards a happy, fulfilled life in your own way, whatever might that look like for you as an individual. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was my story.
That's amazing. And I've been like taking some notes here. I love what you said, that the box, how we all kind of try and fit in a box for a long
Absolutely.
time, and different boxes, career, work,
Yeah.
having all these different roles that we give. And it comes to a point where it's not selfish to be trying to reconnect yourself, to ask yourself, who am I? What's really my purpose? And taking time and claiming that space. Like everybody's talk about space, having a safe space to really look like inward, to
Oh,
discover what
absolutely.
is it that you've been dreaming and wanting to come out from here. What's your kind of next stage in life, next level?
Yeah. And I think a
And
lot of
have
it for
that
me,
intention,
sorry.
and the bravery, the courage to do it, because often we just say, oh no, I have this dream, or have this kind of desire or something burning, but you kind of keep bottling in, isn't it?
Absolutely. And we, I think, I don't know about, I'm sure many of you on here will agree. We, as women in particular, we really do. We're conditioned almost to put ourselves last.
Mm,
And I think as soon as I had Arj, my eldest is 16, as soon as I had him, I actually made my promise to actually invest more in myself, because I knew if I did that for me,
mm,
then I would be able to show up as a better mum. I would be able to give him,
Absolutely.
if I had that love within me and that acceptance within me, then of
yes.
course my children and everyone around me,
It's
they're going
true.
to pick up on that vibe. It's energy. Back to what Gyla was saying, we are all interconnected. We are all energetic beings. So
Self
the more we can exude that,
self-love is the key. Self-love
absolutely,
is it.
It is.
Self-love. And
100%.
if we're not, well, we're conditioned and we're all in the matrix. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, women, we are actually under this control system, which been
Mm-hmm.
most incrusted in our minds. So we are part of the whole nature and the universe. Does the flower or the tree, when they're growing, they're asking permission to grow, to blossom, to give fruits? Do they? No.
Yeah. No.
Do the
Yes.
animals, they ask, can I grow and grow in this way and do
No,
in this way the way
absolutely.
how
No.
behave? So we're all conditioned, and this is what we do to our children.
Exactly.
So,
And that's actually even more important. I think what Amrita just shared,
mhm,
I think we owe it to ourselves,
mhm.
but then we owe it to our children, because as
Yeah.
a mother as well, I gave. And my previous career as a nurse, I gave. I've been in business for years, and again, it's always been that giving, and you just find yourself empty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
And
then
can you give from the empty cup? Can you
No,
drink the
no, you
empty
can't.
cup?
But again, it's how can we then raise a generation of coming from this empty place, or just sacrificial place, where with it's really about getting that inner compass you mentioned, because if we realign ourselves, and if we understand our voice, our mind, we have the self-love, then we can really guide the next generation. Because I think it's even more scary for them. It's more scary because of how suddenly everything seems to be available, like in terms of information, in terms of all these influences. But then, is that freedom? is our generation free, or are they more burdened with
Absolutely.
all of that? And are they equipped to face the world? Judging by my own 3 children, there is a lot of pressure on them. And I think we owe it to ourselves, but obviously owe it to them as well, to equip them with that inner compass, with that,
To teach
that
them, to teach
grounding,
them.
with that
Yeah.
love, so they don't get impacted by everything else that's happening and being thrown in at them with internet and the overwhelming social media. So I think you all have the mission to help women, but also not just women, but everybody really who is looking for that
Yeah,
grounding and
yeah,
Grounding. It
the
is. It
voice.
starts with that inner
Can I just add
grounding.
it
something
is.
here? You're in the teaching, Amrita,
Yes, that's
and
right. Yes.
it is why children go to school to be taught. What parents they do? Firstly, what parents do they give to provide, right? But the main role of the parents is the coaching, because parents are the first coaches to the children.
Yes.
And as we know, I don't know how it's with the Indian community, but in Bulgaria, what I know, in general, because it is psychological, the girl married the type of man as the father is, and the boy married the type of girl as the mother is. We say the boy married their mothers. If the mother is giving, they're searching for the same type of woman to look after them. That is the reason why we, particularly here in the Balkans, we had the big crush with men, how they behave and towards women, and how they present themselves to the world. And this is very bad.
And it goes back again to having the consciousness, the awareness of what we want to fulfill as a mission in our life, who we want to be. Take ownership of our past, but don't allow our past to define us, and take actions to free ourselves from any imprints of maybe systems. It could be that family system, could be the education system, it could be any systems we've lived in. So it's important to seek the answers and seek that holistic transformation. And coming back to retreats, I really want to come back to your specific offerings and get to know a little bit about the actual retreats you've got coming up. As someone who has never been, I'm going to ask each and one of you from the perspective of what's needed for the people that you're calling, what's needed for them. I hear your journey, I hear your passion, I hear your story. You've got so much that you bring, but what's it for the person coming? Dalia, just in few words, for your retreat, when is it, and what is it that for is it for ladies only, by the way? Your retreat
It
is
is for
ladies, yeah?
for ladies
So
only. It
what
is.
are they going to walk away from that retreat? We were speaking about shedding off old things, old beliefs, like getting the old layers, and you mentioned about love, but in the mind of a woman, if like I was that woman, why should I come? What would I get out of the 5 days retreat?
Okay. So everything I do, it's under the umbrella of self-love. I developed the program, the power of self-love, based on 6 pillars. So I wouldn't go deep
No.
into, but the mind, the body, and the soul detox. It's going to be the title and the theme of this retreat. But bringing women to different country to have totally different experience as an environment, as a culture of where they are right now, extracting them from that environment and planting them in completely different one, where we're going to learn, to share, to do the meditation, to bring ourselves back, to have fun, to have treatments, to be really spoiled on 3 different levels: spiritual, emotional, and physical. I'm going to introduce to the culture where women will experience picking the rose auto, because they are growing, they are blossoming in that particular time, to learn how the rose oil is made, because rose, it's proven to be with high vibrations, speaking about love and self-love,
The
and is
popular Bulgarian
queen,
rose oil.
and
Yes,
is
I
the
know of that.
queen of the flowers. This is one side. We're going to have fun teaching and dancing Bulgarian folk dances, which is very unique. Again, which is very much tapping on the feminine and rising the vibrations. Because when we are in that high vibration, so 432, so Brian here, when she takes the mic, will confirm the hertz, the important hertz actually, which are with the healing, these vibrations, which brings the healing, because everything it's about healing, emotional, spiritual, and the physical healing. So this what Bulgarian folklore also does. So here on the umbrella, under the umbrella,
The umbrella of love.
yeah.
Lovely. Thank you, Gala. And after
Oh
this,
yes, it's going to be, sorry, cutting you
yeah,
short. It's going to
when
be
is
in
it?
May
May, yes.
from 24 till 29, 5 nights, 6 days with a tour in Sofia, here right in the middle of Bulgaria, where the hotel is 5-star hotel with the mineral water, which is very good actually for the bones and joints and the connective tissue. And it's going to
Lovely.
be fun and fabulous.
Love, connections, picking up, blossom the roses and dancing. It sounds like really, yeah,
But this is just
rebirthing,
another
like
side. It is not the whole thing, but this is the fun side. Yeah.
fun side. Lovely. So yes, you are invited to share more details in the group after the chat. But Bryony, tell us about your retreat and what, from a perspective of someone who is seeking that time away, but not just time away, but as what would they, if they came to your retreat, what would they walk away with?
Well, on my previous retreats, women have walked away with greater self-love, greater self-connection, and greater sense of inner guidance, because the work that we do with the voice strengthens and confirms the intuition and the inner connection in a very deep way. So people have often spoken about the greater sense of peace they've experienced from the retreat. I ran a retreat in September in the Lake District in England. And one of the women was experiencing a very difficult life at the time, a very difficult personal life with her husband being extremely unwell. And she wrote this beautiful feedback afterwards, which was that she felt that it was a game changer for her, the retreat, because it basically gave her power and energy and confidence to deal with the difficult life situation again. So there's definitely this sense of greater ability, greater resilience. I think because we've talked, a lot of us, in a lot of detail about how we come away from our everyday life and are in a safe, different space. And I think that combined in my retreats in particular with the voice practices, which basically give us a complete energy overhaul. They uplift the energy. I'm doing a free masterclass tomorrow, which includes these practices, which show people the energy uplifting of the voice practices, which we don't really know necessarily until we actually experience it.
So true. And I want to come to that one. Would you share the link as well, please?
I'll share the link. Yeah. So definitely all of those things: greater resilience, greater self-confidence, greater peace, and also what that does transform for people is their experience in their business and their work and their life. And I have a number of clients who've been on my retreats who've seen great transformation in their business after the retreat, with greater confidence and greater clients coming to them. So I've definitely seen that in my retreats. I've got 2 retreats coming up. One is in New Zealand in January the 16th till the 19th. That's in midsummer in New Zealand. And
Okay.
it's in a beautiful setting. We've got a sauna outside, so there's yoga, yin yoga, sound healing, lots of singing, lots of sound practices, lots of conscious work, lots of meditation. It's all within a context of spirituality and, you know, my 30 years of experience of connecting for guidance from spirit. And that's 16th till the 19th of January in the Kapiti Coast of New Zealand. That's the Vocal Rebirth Retreat, which, as it says on the tin, is about really stepping into a new sense of power with our voice.
I love that.
And then in June, which I'm just in the process of confirming now, I just received a message which clarifies the date a little bit more. Probably the 26th of June, there will be a retreat in England,
Okay.
which is going to be a 3-day retreat.
Amazing. So again, please share the one that in New Zealand is coming up. Share more details. Share the link for your Saturday workshop, and then whenever you have the confirmations for the one in England, more
Yeah.
than welcome to share it in the community. I'm just mindful of the time. I wanted to give Amrita the chance to describe her Bali experience, and now I'm gonna have this challenge between all these 3 amazing retreats that ladies are sharing. I invite everybody else listening and watching to really to give themselves the gift of experiencing this. And then definitely I'm going to be one of those people looking to book a retreat very, very soon. But let's hear from Amrita.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So Romana, as I said, the retreat that I've created is for the woman who's forgotten herself. She's forgotten her sense of adventure. She's just been giving her entire life, whether it to be children, family, work. She's completely burnt out and she just wants to rediscover her authentic self. She wants to delve into the journey back to herself. That's the theme that I've kind of put across for the retreat. And how I'm going to do that, so it's based on my experience that I created, because that's how I want women to feel in their own way, through exploration. The setting is stunning. What really upset me actually when I did first choose Bali was when I was there, I realized lots of people who go to Bali maybe don't choose the best places to go to Bali, if that makes sense. So they're choosing the very touristy parts, the very busy parts, the very lots of hustle and bustle, which was absolutely not what I wanted, either for my experience or the retreat. So we are set in the middle of the jungle, the Balinese jungle. It is absolutely gorgeous. Whoever comes, hopefully I will have some of you to host there, but you will not be disappointed. It's absolutely truly magical. And the energy there, it's actually on an energy center, so that the river that goes runs through it actually is known for a significant pace of healing. I think, and you know,
Wow.
you guys would absolutely love it. So part of the experience will be yoga, mindfulness, breath work, which I will host. We have sound healing there, and also the sense of adventure. So we'll be going on a few trips. We'll be looking at the elephants in nature. What else was there? Just trying to think. Yeah, and I kind of again try to keep away from the touristy things, because that really didn't resonate with the kind of vibe that I wanted to experience, and for my my guests to experience too. More about connecting authentically. We'll be going through the rice fields to connect with the local people and really have a sense of giving back, and not really, wherever I go in the world, I don't like to go as a tourist. I like to go as a visitor, you know, to step into their world and to leave something behind. And also, you know, just not really a touristy kind of experience. That doesn't really appeal to me at all. So if you're looking for that, that's not my vibe. But if you're not, then it absolutely will be. So yeah, that's
I love that.
in a package. Oh, and it's the 1st till the 7th of April next year.
1st of September. Okay, lovely. Again, any links or any more information, I invite you to drop. There were people watching, they'll be interested to know how they can connect. Obviously they can connect with you individually, but it will be good to have the links. I'll check them out. And I like what you said, and the reason why I was asking this from a perspective of you know, someone who's looking for a retreat, because it's important. to think what you create. Obviously, you're passionate about what you create, but what that does for the person, what's the unique selling point in terms of the business positioning? What would people walk away? Put yourself in their shoes, and what is it that you are attracting people with? And you've beautifully described, all three of you, the uniqueness of the experience, Gala, with the love and having fun, and for a woman who's, probably forgotten about loving herself and caring for herself, but that love kind of heart connection came spoke to me. And with the experiences she's putting in that retreat, with the Rose speaking and the music and the dancing, and then with Bryony again, I know how important the voice is. And I've had some issues with my confidence, with my voice. I'm an introvert. When I first started hosting big events and holding this type of spaces, so that's also, I can see how transformational powerful this is for us, for any entrepreneur, woman entrepreneur, stepping out of the comfort zone, building something, growing, getting getting that support and empowerment with the voice. It sounds really empowering experience. And Amrita, I mean, Bali is on my bucket list. I would love that. And it's important to say who's it not for, so you manage expectations before people come. So, if you're staying away from the touristy bit, you creating that peace and that really space for healing and rediscovery. It's important to say that. And I love that. So good luck to me choosing, and everybody else who's watching. But thank you so much for this lovely introduction. And I really wanted this to be a platform for exactly this, not just talking about your retreats, but talking about sharing more about who you are, your story, your personal story, what's behind the business, because we're not just business owners, right? We carry our stories, we carry the why, what we do, and that's important to come through. So thank you so much for being part of this amazing panel. I really hope that anyone who else going to be watching later gets to experience more of your world. You have a lot of other programs and services that you offer. I invite people to connect, to reach out to you. And yeah, I'd love to see you being active in the group, sharing more details about the events and the retreats that are coming up as you continue to promote those. Would be more than happy to support that for you as well. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. It's been really lovely to talk.
It's been really nice. It really
great questions.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Bryony. And again, please share all the links for your retreats in the chat.
Yeah, and I will also share a link, because for people who are unable to come on the retreats, I do offer a 5-week online course, which is an immersion experience from online. So I'll share that too, because
absolutely,
it's good for people to have options.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you so much. God bless. And speak soon.
Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely day.
Wonderful and
Thank you,
blissful day.
Amrita.
Thank you.
Bye.